Today, we need to have an important conversation about something that might be sitting in your refrigerator right now. Something you probably think is perfectly healthy, but could actually be harming you more than helping. I'm talking about fish, that delicious, protein-packed food we've all been told is so good for us. But here's the shocking truth that most doctors aren't telling you. Not all fish are created equal. In fact, some of the most common, most popular fish that you'll find in supermarkets and restaurants across the country could be slowly poisoning your body, damaging your brain, and putting your long-term health at serious risk, especially if you're over 60 years old. Let me explain why this matters so much for older adults. As we age, our bodies change in ways we can't always see. Our liver and kidneys, those amazing organs that filter out toxins, don't work as efficiently as they used to. Our immune systems become less robust. What might have been harmless to us at 40 could become dangerous at 60 or 70. And one of the biggest hidden dangers comes from something called mercury, a toxic heavy metal that accumulates in certain types of fish. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, "But I've been eating fish my whole life." Or, "My doctor told me fish is healthy." And you're right. Most fish are incredibly nutritious. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids that protect your heart and brain, high-quality protein to maintain muscle mass, and important vitamins and minerals. But here's the critical distinction. While many fish are health superfoods, others are essentially toxic time bombs for older adults. The difference comes down to which fish absorb high levels of mercury and other dangerous substances during their lifetime, and which ones don't. What makes this situation even more concerning is that the most dangerous fish are often the most popular ones, the ones you'll find at every seafood counter, on every restaurant menu, and in nearly every grocery store freezer section. They're marketed as premium, healthy choices when, in reality, they could be undermining your health with every bite. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 6 worst offenders, the fish that no senior citizen should ever eat if they want to protect their long-term health. I'll explain exactly why each one is dangerous, what health problems they can cause, and, most importantly, I'll give you safer, healthier alternatives that deliver all the benefits of fish without any of the risks. This isn't about fear-mongering. This is about empowering you with knowledge so you can make informed choices about what you put on your plate. Because when you reach your golden years, every meal counts. The food you eat today directly impacts how sharp your mind stays, how strong your body remains, and how many healthy, active years you have ahead of you. Before we dive into the list, I want you to do something for me. Take a mental inventory of your last few meals. Can you remember if any of these dangerous fish were on your plate? If you're caring for an elderly parent or grandparent, think about what they've been eating. This information could literally be life-changing for someone you love. Now, let's begin with the first and perhaps most surprising fish on our list. 1. King mackerel, the memory destroyer. Imagine this scenario. Your 70-year-old uncle has always been an avid fisherman. Every Sunday, he grills up his fresh-caught king mackerel with some lemon and herbs, convinced he's doing something great for his health. After all, fish is supposed to be brain food, right? But over the past year, you've noticed troubling changes. He's becoming forgetful, missing appointments, repeating stories, struggling to recall names. His hands sometimes shake when he tries to button his shirt. At first, the family chalked it up to normal aging. But what if his favorite fish was actually accelerating his cognitive decline? Here's the hard truth about king mackerel. It contains some of the highest mercury levels of any commonly consumed fish. Mercury is a neurotoxin that damages brain cells and nervous tissue. For older adults, mercury exposure can lead to memory problems that mimic early dementia, tremors, and loss of coordination, increased risk of heart disease, weakened immune function. The most insidious part? Mercury accumulates in your body over time. Even if you only eat king mackerel occasionally, the toxin builds up in your tissues, causing progressive damage that might not become noticeable for years. But here's where many people get confused. Not all mackerel is bad. Atlantic mackerel, for instance, is much lower in mercury and perfectly safe to eat. The problem is that most people don't know the difference, and supermarkets often don't clearly label which type they're selling. What to eat instead? Atlantic mackerel. Look for North Atlantic on the label. Wild-caught salmon sardines. Excellent source of calcium, too. 2. Tilefish. The restaurant's dangerous secret. Picture this. You're celebrating your anniversary at a nice seafood restaurant. The waiter recommends their premium white fish catch of the day. It sounds delicious and healthy, so you order it without a second thought. What you don't know is that this premium fish is actually tilefish, one of the most mercury-contaminated fish in the ocean. And because restaurants aren't required to disclose exactly what type of fish they're serving as the catch of the day, you'd never know the danger you're consuming. Why is tilefish so dangerous for seniors? Tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico have mercury levels nearly as high as king mackerel. Just one serving can contain more mercury than the EPA considers safe for an entire month. Regular consumption can lead to numbness and tingling in extremities, difficulty concentrating, emotional instability, increased blood pressure. The tragedy is that many older adults who start experiencing these symptoms assume it's just part of getting older, never realizing their favorite seafood might be to blame. How to protect yourself? Always ask specifically what type of fish is being served as the catch of the day. If they can't or won't tell you, choose something else. At the grocery store, look for these safer white fish options: Pacific cod, haddock U.S. farmed tilapia. 3. Swordfish, the luxury item that's not worth the risk. There's something undeniably special about swordfish. Its meaty texture and rich flavor make it a favorite at high-end restaurants and special occasion dinners. Many seniors view it as a healthy indulgence. After all, it's fish, right? How bad could it be? The answer: worse than you imagine. Swordfish are apex predators that live for decades, accumulating staggering amounts of mercury in their tissues over their long lifespans. Here's what makes them particularly dangerous for older adults. A single serving of swordfish can contain 3 times the EPA's safe limit for mercury exposure. Unlike some toxins, mercury can't be removed by cooking. It stays in the fish no matter how you prepare it. For seniors, the effects can include accelerated cognitive decline, kidney dysfunction, muscle weakness, vision problems. Perhaps most concerning is that because swordfish is often seen as a special occasion food, people don't realize how much damage even occasional consumption can do. That one fancy dinner could be enough to push your mercury levels into dangerous territory if you're over 60. Healthier alternatives with similar texture. Mahi-mahi, much lower in mercury. Halibut, choose Pacific over Atlantic. Monkfish, occasionally, as it's moderately high in mercury. 4. Big-eye tuna, ahi tuna, the sushi night saboteur. Sushi has become incredibly popular among all age groups, including seniors. And why not? It's delicious, social, and feels like a healthy choice. But that beautiful deep red ahi tuna on your sushi platter could be putting you at serious risk. Big-eye tuna, often marketed as ahi tuna, is one of the worst mercury offenders in the sushi world. Here's why it's particularly dangerous for older adults. Big Eye tuna contains How to ensure you're getting real, healthy salmon. Look for wild-caught Alaskan salmon. On the label, avoid any salmon labeled Atlantic salmon. This is almost always farmed. When in doubt, ask the fishmonger specifically about its origin. 6. Imported catfish. The comfort food with hidden dangers. For many seniors, especially in the southern U.S., fried catfish is more than just a meal. It's nostalgia on a plate. But the catfish being imported from Asia, which makes up a significant portion of the market, poses serious health risks. Here's what makes imported catfish so problematic. Often raised in heavily polluted waters with industrial runoff. Routinely treated with antibiotics banned in the U.S. due to health concerns, may contain malachite green, a fungicide linked to cancer. For older adults, consumption can lead to antibiotic-resistant infections, digestive system damage, increased toxic burden on liver and kidneys, higher risk of foodborne illness. The sad reality is that because imported catfish is cheaper to produce, it's flooded the market, making it hard to find safer alternatives unless you know what to look for. How to enjoy catfish safely. Always choose U.S. farmed catfish, subject to stricter regulations. Look for the country of origin label. Avoid anything from Vietnam, China, or other Asian countries. When eating out, ask where the catfish comes from before ordering the bigger picture. Protecting your health without giving up. Fish. After hearing all this, you might be tempted to swear off fish altogether. But that would be a mistake. The benefits of eating the right kinds of fish far outweigh the risks. You just need to know which ones to choose. Here's my simple 3-step plan for safe, healthy fish consumption as an older adult. Avoid the dangerous. 6 we've discussed today. Print this list and put it on your fridge. Focus on low mercury, high nutrient alternatives like wild-caught Alaskan salmon sardines, Atlantic mackerel, U.S. farmed catfish, Pacific cod. Be a smart shopper. Always check country of origin. Ask questions at restaurants. When in doubt, choose smaller fish. They accumulate fewer toxins. Remember, your golden years should be about enjoyment and quality of life. By making these simple adjustments to your seafood choices, you're protecting your brain, your body, and your future, while still enjoying delicious, nutritious meals. If you found this information helpful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you or a loved one experienced health issues that might be connected to these fish? What's your favorite safe seafood option? Your insights could help others in our community. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. We're committed to bringing you the truth about senior health, the good, the bad, and the things nobody else is talking about. Because when it comes to your health, knowledge isn't just power, it's prevention, it's protection, and it's the key to living your best life at any age. Thank you for watching, and remember, small changes today can lead to big differences in your health tomorrow. Choose wisely, eat smart, and I'll see you in the next video.